Friday, and thank you for joining me for another one of my videos. Welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Friday, of course, means that CME is about to close a weekly candle, and in fact, it will do in about 2 hours' time. So that's pretty exciting. And as you can see, unless complete collapse occurs on the mighty Bitcoin, it looks like a nice bullish closure, significantly above last week's closure. So that's cool. Now, have I got anything more interesting than saying that's cool about CME's weekly closure? Well, maybe. You can see from the point of view of momentum, it will continue with upside momentum and indeed upside pressure as long as Bitcoin's closing above 75,000 on weekly candles on CME. So it's a long way from there at the moment. Now, from a point of view of momentum from the RSI's eyes, what's interesting about this is wherever Bitcoin finds its high, I think around 105 initially, and then probably 120. But wherever it finds its next high, and therefore the only way you can define a high is when the price pulls back. If the RSI on the weekly time frame doesn't get back above here, which was this high, well, then there'll be the start of some bearish divergence on a weekly time frame. Clearly, there are many ifs and buts in that statement, and it doesn't really apply to now because, for a start, it hasn't pulled back on a weekly time frame, and so who knows where the RSI will be when that indeed occurs. But that's just something a bit more nuanced I wanted to share with you. Right, for the rest of the price action analysis, I'm going to jump over to, why not Bitstamp for a change, and speed down to the daily. So nothing particularly exciting following yesterday's nice bullish closure, but it is more upside. And we'll continue with more upside on daily closures. This one's closing in 4 hours' time. Now, 96K, isn't a particularly significant support resistance level. So I'm not going to pay that too much of attention for now. You can see the midpoint of the Bollinger Band's coming in at 85. That is indeed a support resistance level, although I don't think it's particularly relevant for the current price action, because really until Bitcoin starts to look like it's putting in a top on this daily time frame, well, it's just all hearsay. And the same applies for what I'm about to say too, which is when you look at the RSI, it's not quite above its value when the price was here around that basically 90,000 mark. So, in theory, if Bitcoin did pull back from where it is now in a meaningful way, then yeah, there'd be some bearish divergence on the daily time frame, which could be significant. But that's hearsay because it hasn't pulled back yet. So yeah, same as the weekly really. Zooming down to the 4 hour, and you can see, yeah, volatility expansion has continued. It's cooling off a little bit today, really. It was pretty much sideways price action. And the MACD is also cooling off, and it won't turn green again unless Bitcoin pretty much gets above 99.5. So it's being rejected at 100K basically on this 4 hour time frame, which is a surprise to many people. But the momentum's definitely still to the upside, and it won't even be consolidating in a meaningful way above 96. So, I think CME is about to close. I have a feeling it won't close above 100K this week. And then over the weekend, any kind of consolidation that stays above 96 on a 4 hour time frame is likely to just lead to another upside move. Should that 96 be lost, then yeah, okay, maybe there will be a bit more of a pullback on this 4 hour and then probably daily time frame. But until it does, again, it's all hearsay. And indeed, until even on this 4-hour time frame, yeah, there was a potential for some bearish divergence, but that can only become bearish divergence once the price pulls back and makes this a local high, which it hasn't yet. So yeah, you'd be a bit unwise to be looking for pullbacks at this point. Or I don't know, I mean, I think I would be unwise to be looking for pullbacks at this point. But you know what? It will at some point. There's an inevitability about it. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you join me on Monday when I'll be back on. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care.